What is going on, YouTube world? I am your brother Reza, and this is KRT LYFE. KRT LYFE with the Y. Like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Guess what? The C230 Kompressor W202 is back with a vengeance, and we're going to talk about it right now. Coming up next. Alright, what is going on? I'm your brother Reza, KRT LYFE, KRT LYFE with the Y. For those of y'all who have been around the channel for a while, thank you very much for being veterans of the channel and subscribing and watching our videos and all that. But for you guys, the C230 Kompressor, y'all are probably familiar with it. I did a few vlogs on it when we initially started the channel about 2 years ago. And it kind of just disappeared from the channel, and I'm going to explain everything that's going on with the C230 and why it disappeared and all that kind of stuff like that. But for y'all who are new to the channel, let me go ahead and tell y'all all about the C230 Kompressor. So this car is one of the only cars, actually it is the only car that I've ever in my life have known since brand new. My best friend's mom bought this car brand new in 1998 or 1999 or 2000, one of those years. But when she got it, it had 5 miles on it. And right now, as of, I guess, March, are we in March? It's May, I don't know. But as of 2021, this vehicle sits at 309,000 miles, and that's with the original engine and transmission. And after she drove the car for so many years, my best friend ended up getting the car, and then he was about to trade it. And right before he traded it to the dealership, I was like, no, I was like, whatever price they're giving you for that car, I'll match it. And I did that. I bought the car, and I've had it ever since. Now, since then, it's been about 10 years that I have owned the C230 Kompressor, and in that time, it has gone back and forth between me and my dad. I was trying to build it up into like a DTM, like super challenge car or something like that, but that never came to fruition because parts are very hard to find. And then I was thinking, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, so it just became a daily beater that my father and I just kind of shared back and forth over the years. And recently, my dad went out of town and left the car with me, and I took it for a couple of drives, and I was like, wow, I still really like this car. I need to bring it back. So I just called my dad, and my dad was in Bangladesh at the time, and I was like, Dad, I'm keeping the C230. There's nothing you can do about it. And I hung up the phone, and I've had it ever since. So I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Now, this car is in pretty rough shape. I mean, it's showing lots of patina and age. And I've been kind of trying to figure out where I want to go with this car. And I know I want to do something special with this car because I know it's probably in the last couple of years of its life. But I wanted to go out with a bang. I just don't want it to just fall apart. So I've been gradually fixing it up and repairing it. I've changed the belts. I've changed the coolant expansion tank. I'm going to be doing the brakes soon. I got to change the side mirrors. There's a lot of little things I'm going to do, but I'm not going to do too much to it. But one of the main things that I really want to do with this car, and I've been trying to do with this car, is change the wheels. Changing the wheels was one of those things that I wanted to do to it, but it's always been a kind of a massive thing to try to do with this car for some reason, because finding wheels for this car isn't the easiest in the world. Like, it's not a very popular car. You don't really see too many of them on the road at all these days. And all the wheels that are available, I don't really like very much. So I got one set of wheels, and then I got rid of them because I didn't like them. And then I got some 18-inch AMG monoblocks that were probably counterfeit. And I put those on. One of them was damaged, and it was like, you know, rotating all crazy, so it wouldn't balance. And then got rid of those, sold those, and then that's when the car went back to my dad for a while. And then I recently got it back, and once again I was in the same conundrum, like, man, I really like this car, but what am I going to do with it? And then I was going through the Google machine, and I spotted some guy in the UK that had a W202 with some amazing wide 15-inch wheels on it. And I was like, what in the world is that? That is the look that I want. So I did more research, and basically he had some steel W202 wheels. Now, still W202 wheels don't exist in the United States, but everywhere else in the world they got them. And what he did was he had them go through this process called banding, where the wheel was widened to whatever spec the person who wanted banded got it spec to. So originally these came as 7-inch wide wheels. And I think there's also a 6.5-inch wide version of them. This guy had his banded out to 9.5 front and rear. I think it was maybe even 9.5 in the front and then 10 inches in the rear. But they just look monstrous. Like a 15-inch wheel that wide, just, oh my God, this is the bee's knees to me because I'm kind of old school. But I decided that I wanted to go that same route. So what did I do? I had to get on the Google machine and be like, okay, steel W202 wheels. Where in the world do I find them? And in all places, they came up in Poland. So I saw the wheels. The wheels were only $40. And I was like, that sounds about right. I like that price. But the shipping was $150. And initially I was thinking, okay, well, if I get these wheels, I get them under $200, that's a win, but how much is it going to cost to band them or whatever? So I started Googling people who can band wheels in the United States or people who are doing this, because as far as I can tell, it's not a very widely practiced thing in America, but in the UK, it's a kind of a big deal. So finding somebody to band wasn't the easiest thing in the world. But luckily, I did find a guy that banded wheels in Georgia, very far away from my house, but still in Georgia. And I called him up and said, yo, I have these wheels that I'm ordering. If I get them, can you band them for me? How much? And he's like, yes, I can do it for $45. And I was like, what? $45? That's a no-brainer. So I went with it. And I ordered the wheels. And I mean, these wheels came in less than 4 days, all the way from Poland. I could not believe it. And when they got here, I was so excited. I pulled them out and I was like, man, I can't wait. These things are going to look like crazy, like, because they're going to be massively wide and small. Oh, this is going to look mega. Got the wheels, took them to the guy. The guy has this really like small hot rod shop way up in North Georgia, almost at the border of Tennessee. And I was like, all right, this is what I want. I decided that I didn't want to go as extreme as the one that I saw because I didn't want any rubbing issues. So what I got was 8 in the front and then 8 inches wide in the front. And then, no, hold on, what did I get? 9 inches? 9 inches in the rear, 8.5 in the front. That's what I went with. And I was like, boom, that's what I want. Cool. So I left him with the wheels, boom, not boom. So a couple of days later, he calls me back, like, boom, your wheels are ready, come pick them up. I come and pick up the wheels. I get them. A couple of days later, I take them to a tire shop to get tires mounted to the wheels. Now, I was kind of experimenting with tire sizes because this was an experimental configuration. I had 8.5 15-inch wheels in the front and 9-inch 15-inch wheels in the back. So I didn't really know which tire size I wanted to go with, but from the forums, I kind of figured out a range. So I got the tires, mounted the front tires on the rims, on the rear wheels. It looked amazing. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be the shizzle. Then came the front tires. So they mounted tires on the front tires. They put them in the little water tank to test them. And they were like, sir, your rims are leaking. But everybody at the tire shop was looking at these tires like, yo, not tires, but the rims like, yo, we've never seen anything like this. This is incredible. Like, where'd you get this done? Because, I mean, steel banded wheels in the United States is just not a thing. So I was telling them the whole process and blah, blah, blah. But long story short, they were leaking. So I had to drive all the way back out to North Georgia again to get the leaks fixed. So the guy fixed the leaks and everything. We checked him and stuff before I left. And we were like, okay, boom. Leaking's done. Now I got to take them back to get balanced because, you know, I'm no longer leaking. Take the wheels back, same day, 3-hour drive. Go back to get the wheels balanced. And the guys are like, well, now the face of the wheel is bent. And I'm like, oh my God, what is going on here? So to put it in, I guess it should give you a visual representation of what was happening. This is the inner side of the rim. This is the outer side of the rim that faces the street. The inner side was straight when spinning. It was just like this. The outer side was doing like this. So it was causing the whole vehicle to shake. And I was just like, oh my God, like this is turning into a nightmare. So they offered to kind of try to straighten it for me or whatever, but I was like, no, I'm going to take them back to where I got them from and get them straightened there. So I made another drive all the way back there to try to get the wheels straightened out. And mind you, I went to 2 different tire shops. I tried different tires. They tried different balancing machines, but everybody came to the same conclusion that the outer face or the outer face of the wheel was bent. So went back out there again. He tried to straighten them out, got them back, mounted them to the car, and it still shakes. It's not as horrible as it was before, but I mean, before it was so horrible, like it didn't even feel stable going through turns. It felt like, man, this car is just going to lose control at any moment. Now it feels better, but it's not anywhere close to as good as the ride on the OEM wheels. So I'm trying to figure out what I am going to do now in conclusion. Like, I love the way that these wheels look on this car. Like, it is amazing, but the ride isn't quite where I want it to be. And unfortunately, there's such a shortage of any type of wheels for this car. I don't really know what I'm going to do. But all that being said, the Budget-Benz W202 C230 Kompressor is back, and I enjoy driving this car every day. Oh, and I didn't even tell y'all, like, I'm driving it every day to work now because the Elephant has a tent on top of it, and it won't fit in my parking deck in my office. So, yeah, I have to drive the W202 now until I get another Porsche or something like that. But still trying to figure out the wheel situation. But I love these Banded wheels, and I don't know what's going to be the future with these Banded wheels. But if you do decide to do this, nothing against the guy that did mine. I would just say get somebody that actually, I don't know how to say this gently. I would say, if you're going to get your wheels banded, know what you're getting yourself into as far as things that can go wrong. And the quality of banding in the United States isn't as good as what I've seen as the quality of banding in the UK. I watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and man, I saw a girl make banded wheels for her GTI, and oh man, yeah, it was just, you gotta watch this video. I'll put the link probably up here or in the description or something like that. But this is KRT LYFE, KRT LYFE with the Y. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that kind of stuff. Yes, banded wheels are awesome. Should you do it? I don't know. I can't tell you you should do it unless you're really, really adventurous and crazy like me. So I guess I'll see y'all in the next vlog, and we're going to see what happens with these wheels. All right, y'all. Peace.